Hi, Mark here from PondAlgaeSolutions.com, and in this video I want to talk about pond algae control. Go figure. So let's get started. Here's the basics. This is an algaecide. Algaecides are band-aids. They do not treat the real reason you're having an algae problem. This is the Biosphere Pro. It is a beneficial bacteria product, and like many bacteria products on the market, this actually targets the reason you have algae to begin with, at the very root of the problem. So what is that? Well, it's excessive nutrients. Phosphorus and nitrogen build up in a pond environment from a number of sources. It could be external. It could be an internal buildup from years of accumulated muck and decaying material at the bottom. But these nutrients are building blocks for algae to use for its bloom. And the problem is that an algaecide isn't going to target those nutrients. In fact, your pond isn't suffering from an algae problem because of lack of chemicals. It's actually the ecosystem and an imbalance in the ecosystem that's the problem. So what's the most sensible way to deal with an algae problem? I say it's affect or change the ecosystem to support the things that can help with these nutrients, these excessive nutrients. So what do you do about that? Well, first and foremost, remember that every pond has beneficial bacteria in it. Whether it's optimized in doing its job well is another thing. And most of these bacteria are aerobic, so they require good oxygen levels. If you don't have good oxygen levels throughout the pond environment, these bacteria cannot work well, and they cannot keep up with the nutrients that are coming in. And therefore, algae can take off and get going using these same nutrients. So we want to support the beneficial microbes in the environment. We do that by adding some form of aeration into the pond. If it's a fairly shallow pond, we might do surface aeration or a fountain. If it has any depth to it, we would use diffused bottom aeration. When we increase circulation and oxygenation throughout the pond environment, naturally occurring bacteria, or those supplemented like this, will work a lot better. They cross-compete with algae. They don't kill it, but they cross-compete with algae to utilize those elements, phosphorus and nitrogen, for their structural development. It's a cross-competition. And when you get it right, algae will start to fade away. We've seen this over and over again, and I've been using this process for almost 25 years now. It's where we started in the business, and it continues to work for many, many people. It is the foundational thing, and I think the most sensible way to target an algae problem in the first place, by addressing the root of the problem. Now, you might also want to do some testing of some things in the pond. Things like pH, alkalinity, hardness. Check your phosphorus and nitrogen levels. Total phosphorus is a good place to start. If your phosphorus in particular is really elevated, and sometimes it is, you may want to target that with a specific binder. We use a product called Metafloc, but alum and others have been used for a long time and can help sequester this nutrient. So again, algae simply can't get to it. As you put pressure on the algae from various directions, you can actually start to watch it regress and become limited. Now, I was a little bit hard at the beginning on algaecides, and I want to make it clear. I wouldn't take them completely off the table. There's times and places to use them. I just don't think they're the best frontline, first-line defense against an algae bloom. But if you do have to use them, they should be intelligently applied. In other words, you want to target the problem early on in the growth cycle, early in the season if you can. Don't wait till the middle of the season and the thing is half covered or more with algae to start treating it. You really should probably have aeration in place if you are going to treat with a chemical. Chelated copper or some type of a peroxide-based algaecide are preferred in my mind. I don't care for sulfate, but you can use whatever you like. Try to apply it in as limited amount as possible, targeted to the problem itself. Keep algae limited and from taking over, and continue to work on managing the pond's ecosystem to be supportive of the things that can keep these nutrients in check. If you need to do some modification to the landscape around the pond, remove trees that are dropping a bunch of leaf debris in, if you have a lot of runoff, if you're fertilizing the ground around your pond, you need to slow down with that or put in buffer strips to help absorb some of the nutrients before they get in the water. They're a lot tougher to get out of the pond than they are to get in, and just remember that. Anything you do that keeps tilting the balance in the favor of the ecosystem makes it more resistant to algae blooms simply through nutrient mitigation. Well, what do you do about muck? That's another question that will come up. And again, we used a specialized form of bacteria to help degrade and break down muck. And then when that is breaking down, it will release nutrients into the water column. So we might increase the use of a pond-wide or a water column bacteria to help offset those nutrients there before they feed more algae growth. But in the long run, if you keep at it consistently, if you keep working on nutrient mitigation in the various ways we've talked about, and we'll cover more in future videos, or if you need help, you can reach out to me and we'll talk about that. But as you keep putting the pond, moving it into a better direction, you will see that in many cases you can control algae blooms and problems without the need to rely on chemicals heavily or at all. And that is a great solution overall for the entire pond ecosystem. I hope this information helps. If you have questions about your pond or pond algae management, I've said this for many years, but I still mess it up from time to time. Pond algae management. Feel free to reach out to me. My name is Mark. You can find me at pondalgaesolutions.com. I hope you have a great day wherever you are.